What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary top of the movie reaction video. Let's go.
I want to, but I have to. I want to ask you just quickly, the film director Olivia Wilde has a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure. Why not? You know, people have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. You know, what a terrible thing to do that is.
You can tell the sentiment right there of being, the sentiment of feeling for those young men he's talking about, that he's reaching out to out of love, though. You can tell the passion behind it.
I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
It's making you emotional. Talk about that.
Well, God, you know, it's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are. Mm-hmm. And certainly many young men are in that category. And you get these casual insults, these incels. What does it mean? It's like, well, these men, they don't know how to make themselves attractive to women who are very picky, and good for them. Women, like, be picky. That's your gift, man. Demand high standards from your men. Fair enough. But all these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome and they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them.
When she said that, Olivia Wilde, it stung you, didn't it? I saw the
reaction. By
reaction.
that time, you know, that as far as critiques go, that was kind of low level. I mean, once I got painted as Red Skull, you know, magical super Nazi, that was kind of the end of the insults. There's no place past that. So when Olivia Wilde made those comments, the first thing I did was go look at the preview for her movie, which I quite liked. I thought I would go see that movie probably, and perhaps I will. It didn't really bother me. My family and I talked about it right away, and we were able to respond to it with some degree of humor, which then people completely misunderstood. I said I hope that, you know, that if I had to be played by someone, I think Chris Wilde, is that, he's a very good-looking man, and so that seems all right, you know. And then I said something like, I hope he gets my fashion style choice right when he plays me. And it was a joke. All that was a joke.
I mean, you've been so controlled today, and yet in that brief moment, you got very emotional. Why?
It's really something to see constantly how many people are dying for lack of an encouraging word.
Yeah, a lot of people dying of feeling misunderstood, of loneliness. You know, as people, we are to come together and supposed to connect with other people, and we live longer, you know, being around community and being around people and building together and loving each other, you know, being connected. But it's hard in a conformed society nowadays, where you don't conform to the popular or what's culturalistically accepted, then you're basically neglected and thrown to the side and outcasted. So,
and how easy it is to provide that if you're careful. You know, give credit where credit is due. Mm-hmm. And to say, you're a net force for good if you want to be.
Do you believe you're a net force for good?
Net, yes. In all the details, probably not. You know, no one's perfect. So people make their mistakes as they stumble uphill.
Jordan, it's been a fascinating interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've got this new box set out.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
Jordan B. Peterson, 24 Rules for Life and Beyond Order. Fascinating books. They've sold how many millions now?
Well, 12 Rules sold 7, and I think Beyond Order is approaching 1 million now. So yeah, they're
Extraordinary.
doing just fine.
Did you ever think you'd sell that number of books?
I never thought any of this would happen, I mean, so yeah, I knew when I was teaching at Harvard and at the University of Toronto that some of the things I was teaching were revolutionary. I was surprised that I got away with it, let's say, as long as I did. And so there's a way in which it doesn't surprise me. And I wouldn't say that's because of the brilliance of my ideas. It's because I'm good at communicating ideas, but the ideas that I've been developing, they're ancient ideas. They're the oldest ideas we have in some real sense. So they have a power.
Right, absolutely. You launched the Peterson Academy. Tell me about that quickly.
Yeah, well, I've been collecting, along with my daughter, great professors and educators from all around the world, and we're having them come to Miami to film 4 two-hour lectures on a variety of topics. President of Hillsdale College, Larry Arnn, just taped one for us on Churchill, which I thought was quite funny because, he's persona non grata. And so Arnn and Churchill, so that's quite funny. And we're hoping that we can determine how to provide people a very efficient and very low-cost alternative to a bachelor's degree. And we're working hard to make that accredited. I'd like to drive the cost of a bachelor's degree from its current $160,000 level to $4,000.
Wow, that's a big decrease. Kudos to him, man.
And I think we can do it. So that's the plan. We're going to launch in either early 2023, depending.
I wonder how does he goes through the local protocols to make sure it's accredited. You know what I'm saying, family?
On how quickly we can get things aggregated. And I'm working with my son on an app called Essay.app. We took a document I wrote for my students that helped them learn how to write and edit. And editing is very important if you're writing. People are never taught to edit. And it builds editing tools into the software. And we have 4,500 subscribers and 50,000 users. We launched about 2 months ago. I'd like to teach 1 million people to write. So.
And just finally, you're healthy, you look healthy.
Pretty good.
And
much better.
Your wife's doing a lot better than she was?
She's back better than she was before even, and my daughter's not ill either, so fancy that.
I mean, that's an amazing turnaround from where you were.
That's for sure, man. It was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
My wife almost died every day for 7 months.
Wow. Humble man.
So
I'm very glad for you.
Thank you, sir.
I really am. It's been a fascinating interview.
Well, man, I can understand the emotional, sentimental approach right there when it came to talking about men feeling secluded, because it's hard out here, especially the modern woman. It's hard for a good man to find a good woman. And like he said, women, be picky. That's your gift. Be picky. But it's sort of hard now because the culturalistic views are somewhat misconstrued in regards of, I feel like it's more so relationships are more worldly and are more about appearance rather than the actual essential things needed to sustain and maintain a healthy relationship, where men are not so much secluded. Good men, great men, I should say, and it just goes for both genders. There's good women and there's bad women. There's good men, there's bad men. And there could be secluded, lonely women out there. But it's hard for a man, especially when it comes to picking the right one and how to be attractive to, to receive those women, to not be secluded and receive a woman, so automatically being outcasted and feeling lonely, it can be tough, especially for those who cannot sit with themselves, I should say, and work on themselves in the process and staying locked in, because at times you crave that love and affection, as we all do, by someone. So yeah, man, I can understand the tears, the sentiment there, and comment down below how you guys feel about it. That's my take on it. And give this video a big thumbs up. It helps crush our YouTube algorithm. It's totally free. Comment down below any legendary top of the movie reaction videos you guys want to see. And let the love supersede the hate, family. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on and subscribe and come join the family. Peace, family.